iHeart Podcasts. Hear more Gold 101.7 podcasts,
playlists, and listen live on the free iHeart app.
It's Jonesy and Amanda's cutting room floor. It's Jonesy and Amanda's cutting room floor. Yeah, yeah. It's Jonesy and Amanda's cutting room floor.
On the cutting room floor today, what have we got?
We all know the album cover for Nirvana's classic album, Nevermind.
Yep.
From memory, what's on it,
A
Brendan?
little baby chasing the dollar in a swimming pool.
Yeah, that's right, little nudie baby.
Little nudie baby.
The man who was that nudie baby, his name is Spencer Eldon. He was 4 months old at the time. He's swimming naked underwater in 1991. It's been a very famous, as you say, album cover. He has sued the rock band now a couple of times and sued the photographer. He has said, and this started in 2021 in a lawsuit, that his identity and name were forever tied to the commercial sexual exploitation that he experienced as a minor, which has been distributed and sold worldwide. This was dismissed in 2022 because he had submitted it after a 10-year limit for filing a civil case.
Yeah.
But he has brought the case again. An appeals court overturned that decision, allowing him to refile.
Didn't he have a reenactment of it all that? Wasn't there a reenactment when he was 20?
I remember seeing a picture of him sort of paying homage to it and saying, this is me, kind of outing himself.
That was at the 20th anniversary of it. And his parents at the time, I don't think they were paid a lot of money, and I don't think there was a residual thing that they got out of
But
it.
that was the deal that was done at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, he has once again brought this case forward. But the judge has now said, beyond the fact that he was naked, nothing, quote, came close to bringing the image within the ambit of the child pornography statute. He said the image was akin to a family photo of a child bathing, and it's plainly insufficient to support a finding of child pornography. This is what the judge wrote. Nudity must be coupled with other circumstances that make the vision depiction lascivious or sexually provocative. The judge also cited factors including the presence of Mr. Eldon's parents at the photo shoot, the fact the photographer was a friend, the fact that he had previously embraced and financially benefited from being featured on the album cover.
Yeah, so he's just in it for the dough. He's just bitter because he possibly feels that his image has been used. But sucko, mate, no one's going to recognise you as the baby.
No, you're right. He just wants to get, this is a very famous album cover. It wasn't, no one knew that at the time. I'd like more recompense. That's not what he's saying.
If I was his mate, I would say, listen, you had your time in the sun, bask in that, and that's what it is. Just because you get your picture immortalised and it goes global, that's all well and good, but you're not going to, unless your parents were savvy enough to sign a great deal that got you in perpetuity to make the money, but that's not going to happen. You're lost, mate. Give it up.
Well, his legal team have told the Rolling Stone that they respectfully disagree with this decision and they plan to appeal again. This is a quote.
Oh, God.
As long as the entertainment industry prioritises profits over childhood privacy, consent and dignity, we will continue our pursuit for awareness and accountability.
What is that? Snuggle Pot and Cuddle Pie, the gumnut babies, they were in the nude.
They should be covered up. We should draw pants on them.
Put some pants on that kid.
While we're at it, let's put pants on the coat of arms. You know that they've all got areas. Cover them up.
But it's like
Mr. Red, cover it up.
Because Nirvana, when you buy Nevermind now, when you see it, like say on your streaming apps, it's got the cover, but his penis has been photoshopped out, so he's penisless.
Maybe that's upsetting him.
That's like what they did to Crazy Frog. They took away its penis. Remember Crazy Frog?
They took away its penis.
They did, because no one wanted to see his little dicky dido.
No more tadpoles for Crazy Frog. That film clip was disturbing.
Hey, get ready. Everybody here is some more. Jonesy and Amanda's cutting room floor. Hey, get ready. Everybody here is some more. Jonesy and Amanda's cutting room floor.
On the cutting room floor today, I see you wearing the science lab coat. That can mean only one thing.
What's that? I haven't done my washing?
It's science time.
You know, when I chose, I felt that it was time to leave Beyond 2000 when I had a day off in Paris. I'd been working on the show for about 6 years, travelling a lot. And I looked across the road and thought, oh, that looks like I had a day off. But that looks like a nice dress shop. I'll go in there. It was medical supplies. I was looking at a lab coat.
Yeah.
But maybe it's time for me to leave.
I can't recall you wearing a lab coat.
Oh, many times. Lab coats, hair nets,
Yeah.
cotton booties, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It looked like I was on the election campaign trail constantly. Hard hats, welding, all that kind of stuff.
You are welding hard hats.
But that sort of stuff that you see politicians do.
Yeah.
I didn't have to kiss many babies.
And
but
you
I did have to
predated
wear it.
high vis as well.
That's right. There was no high vis. I was just normal vis.
You were just visible.
This is a science
How were you
story
seen?
that I think this story will appeal to you, Brendan, and it is quite
good.
fascinating.
Okay.
About 380 million years ago, this is literal, this isn't just my beyond 2,000 years, fish swimming in the Devonian seas carried a genetic program that would later shape human hands. Well, a new study published in Nature, so you know it's reputable, this isn't some sort of crazy woo-woo magazine, it reveals that the DNA switches responsible for forming fingers and toes did not evolve from fins. You would always thought that fins evolved into fingers and toes. But, in fact, these switches and these DNA changes, are you ready? Were recycled from the cloaca, the bum,
Yeah.
a fish bum. The multi-purpose excretory and reproductive opening still found in many animals. Chickens have a cloaca.
Yep.
I think reptiles, do they have a cloaca?
It all comes out of one hole.
Or everything happens through one hole.
Yeah.
So researchers from the University of Geneva and other collaborators have traced the connection using mice and zebrafish embryos. Both species share a certain gene, the master architects of building bodies. In mice, these genes light up in budding digits, guiding their growth into digits. In zebrafish, the same genes illuminate the cloaca. How embarrassing.
I can see your cloaca.
When scientists then changed that DNA, mouse digits failed to form. Zebrafish, the cloaca collapsed, but the fins remained. So they said the fins and the fingers aren't related. The cloaca and the fingers are related. Are you keeping up?
I am.
This genetic recycling is known as evolutionary co-option. It shows that nature builds new structures not by inventing fresh systems, but by retooling old ones. For example, the same way that an old machine can be made from using other bits. So the cloacal regulatory landscape was reassigned to sculpt digits as fish ventured onto land. That's
Right.
interesting. So it wasn't the fins that became arms and fingers. It was your cloaca.
So,
So the work reframes one of the great evolutionary transitions, a move from fins to limbs. It wasn't a clean break. It was a clever rewiring of ancient instructions. So every finger that we flex today, do this with your hand, Brendan, flex your fingers. Every finger that we flex carries the legacy of a cloacal blueprint.
so you're saying that man and woman's hands came out of a fish's bum.
Yes. I'm glad you've paid attention and you've given us that scientific summary.
I like it when you put on the lab coat.
Hey, 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 get ready. Everybody hear some more. Jonesy and Amanda's cutting room before.
On the cutting room floor today, the honey badger. You remember Nick Cummins?
Yeah, so let's just, I haven't heard that name for a long time. Ex-rugby player, rugby union player, bachelor, and
Yep.
in the end, first time ever, he choose no one.
He chose none of the girls.
Yeah, and which in a way was fair enough and honest, but it was made for a strange viewing.
Yeah, it did.
Broke two hearts.
Yeah, good. What does one of the girls do now? She's,
She's one of Australia's most famous podcasters,
but her name escapes me.
Brittany Hocking.
Ah, yes, she works with us. She's in
Yeah.
our network. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, Brittany. I had a mind blank there. Everyone just blends into each other. But Nick Cummins, the
That's
reason...
what he thought. That's why he chose no one.
That's fine. He said, I'm just here for the chocolate bath.
And the pashing off.
Straight in.
See, pashes everyone, chooses no one. But having said that, there were other relationships where you pash everyone, pick one, and 2 months later that relationship's over. I think a lot of them probably go through the motions for the TV.
The
Going
Bachelor...
through the motions.
Keep away from the chocolate bath. The Bachelor, I find that is odd because you're kissing all these ladies. So you might be put off by a bad kisser and you might be wooed by a good kisser, but the good kisser could have a terrible personality. But a good kisser...
Would you choose personality or kissing?
Well, men
And
don't care about kissing anyway because it's a means to an end.
Would you choose bikini body over personality?
I think we'll answer that some other time because this is not about me.
Okay.
It's about
Aren't
Nick.
you relieved?
Nick the honey
What's he
badger
done?
Cummins. He has saved a little girl from choking on a lolly.
Has he?
He was at Lower Eltham Park Playground in Melbourne last
Yeah.
Saturday at a girl's, I'm presuming, the kid's birthday party, and the girl started choking on a soft lolly. And the poor mother, the girl's mother, was beside herself because she unsuccessfully tried to offer first aid to the little girl, and it wouldn't come out. And it is very distressing when a little kid starts choking.
Yes.
Yeah, so Nick's come along. I don't know how he did it. They don't recommend you do the Heimlich manoeuvre on anyone, especially a little kid.
That's not what he did he?
What we did, I did a first aid course recently for my coxswain certificate, back to a brag there, but you hang the kid upside down and jiggle him about.
And is that what he did, or
Yeah,
you
but
don't know?
it can be. I'm not too. I don't have that information, but it is a very distressing thing.
Yeah.
When they're choking.
So what a hero. And has his mum come forward to tell the story?
This has just come out in front of me. I have no other information other than that. This
What
is
a
breaking
hero.
news for me. But
He
you
might not have chosen a foxy lady to take home,
No.
but he saved a child.
yeah, imagine that if you're walking past the park and you just see Nick Cummins with a kid tangled by the feet, shaking it about.
Choose one.
What are you doing? What's a kid, Nick the honey badger, just beating up that little kid? Because it's brutal. I'll tell you that right now. It's brutal.
Yeah, but what a relief.
It's brutal. I remember years ago, my sister is allergic to bees, and I'd been watching Harry Butler in the Wild. Did you remember Harry Butler in the Wild? He seemed, for some reason, there was a whole raft of those guys. There was Harry Butler, there was Malcolm Douglas, Ben Crop,
Yes,
Albie Mangle,
yes.
and then everyone
And
found
also the Bush Tucker man.
No, well, this was before these guys begat the Bush Tucker man. And Albie Mangle was accused of rigging a lot of the stuff.
Well, lots of jokes about Ben Crop for he's a skull underwater, finding it in the same place every
Ben,
time.
you put that skull there last week.
Yeah.
And I always found with Harry Butler, like he would always give you bush remedies for if something happened. Like Malcolm Douglas, for example, he'd be on his aluminium tin boat and he'd always run out of water. The tide would always go out.
Well, read the tide charts, Harry.
And then Malcolm would be
Or Malcolm.
waist deep in mud trying to get his Quintrex out of the mud. And you'd say, mate, tide chart, you'd be
So
all right.
what did you learn from Harry?
Harry taught me how to remove a bee sting from a person effectively without injecting the poison into their flesh.
And how do you do it?
So what a lot of people do, you get stung by a bee, the bee sting comes off, but also there's a little sac.
It stays in the skin.
The sac is on the end of the stinger that comes out of the bee's bum, and the sac is full of the poison. And a lot of people would think, oh, that's a handy little play thing to pull the bee sting out. But no. What you're doing is more or less injecting the bee poison, the venom, into the subject.
So what should you do?
And well, what you do is you get your fingernail underneath the sac
and scoop
and you tease it out.
That's what you do with a tick too.
Yep. So, and my sister, who's allergic to bees, like deadly allergic to bees, I saved her life.
Wow.
by
My
doing
grandmother saved my life when I was 2, and they'd wandered off from around. No one knew where I was. I was around the back of the couch, and there's a tin of peanuts that had a ring pull to open the lid.
Yeah.
And the ring pull had come off, and I put it in my mouth, and I was quietly choking. It was my grandmother that noticed, hung me upside down, and then it was the tip of her fingernail, of her little finger. She was able to scoop it out, or else I would have died.
Goodness me. Imagine.
Imagine who you're already planning who you'd have in this ulterior universe.
I'm
Sliding doors. Who you're doing this show with?
I'm just imagining you doing something quietly choking, because you don't do anything quietly.
The end.
Hey, everybody, it's time for Jonesy and Amanda's cutting room floor. Hey, everybody, it's time for Jonesy and Amanda's cutting room floor. It's the cutting room floor.
On the cutting room floor today.
You know, we've got a lot to thank the internet for, because you could be going about your business and you'll read an article that says, you've been brushing your teeth wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Or you've been wiping your eyes wrong. You've been breathing incorrectly.
Yeah, it's always you've been doing it wrong for all these years.
Yeah. Well, here's one I saw, and I wanted to see what you think of
Okay,
these.
let's go.
How long various household products should be in your home before you throw them out.
Oh, okay. Why don't you ask me and then I'll answer, and then I'm presuming you have the correct answer.
It sounds like a quiz show, Brendan.
I like it.
Why don't you ask me and I presume you have the answer? That's what we'd call it.
Well, listen, have you been paying attention, which pretty much speaks what it means. So this would be the same.
All right, let's start with this. A bath sponge. You know do you have a bath sponge? These are those things
Like a loofah?
It's not so much a loofah. It's like it's a sponge that you wash your body with.
Yeah, I don't have one of those. My wife has. Women have that.
Okay. How often should that be replaced? Not your wife, the sponge.
Do you replace them? Would you bother? They could last for years.
3 to 4 weeks, it says here.
Every 3 to 4 weeks?
Yeah, well, I guess it gets germs and mank inside it.
Well, in Roman times, they didn't have toilet paper. They had a rag.
Sponge on a stick.
On a stick, and you wipe your bum with that.
And then you pretty much pass it to the next person. Yeah.
That's how Parmesan cheese was invented.
Oh, okay. All right,
okay, so I'm wrong on that one.
Do you own a toothbrush?
Yes, I do. I got an electric one.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, don't you have an electric one?
No. You know what? This is a terrible thing to admit about myself. I'm so impatient. I don't have the patience for an electric toothbrush. I've tried to have an electric toothbrush and I turn it off before it's finished because I'm not patient enough. I'm whirring my whole life at such a pace.
Yeah, right.
That I don't have the patience to have my...
You can use electric toothbrush for as long as you use your normal toothbrush for. You don't have to...
Well, it was set to a time it was supposed to be.
Well, my one goes, you need after 2 minutes of brushing. Who's brushing for 2 minutes?
I couldn't make it to 2 minutes.
But I will say this, I don't use that feature often. In the morning, I just use it like I would use a normal toothbrush.
And what about the sponge on a stick? All right, so let's see.
So what are you saying?
But you still have to replace the end of it, don't you?
Yep. So
how long a regular toothbrush or yours should be replaced? How often?
Probably 4 months. I reckon after 4 months I put a new head on it.
Do you?
Yeah, I do because I got a bunch of. I've hooked in with the Oral-B people, and they said,
Oral.
Big Oral.
Did you misunderstand the website?
I worked with her down the snow. She was great. Anyway. They send me the heads of those.
Send me their heads.
Every 4 months I change it.
Well, it says here 3 months. So
okay. So all right.
Do you actually? You know what I think is funny is that you use a hairbrush more than I do. You're like the Fonz. You come in here and brush your hair.
I do.
Morning.
Well, I wear a motorcycle helmet every day.
Yeah. What difference does it make to brush?
Not while
your
I'm
hair?
doing this show. Go on.
How often should a hairbrush be replaced? And don't pretend that you're more hygienic than you are.
Okay,
Tell me how often you replace it.
Never. You could have a hairbrush, I reckon, for 1,000 years. You pick the hair out of it, but why would you have to change it?
Apparently, a hairbrush should be replaced every 3 to 6 months.
Oh, no.
I just pull the hair out of it about once a year. That'll do me.
You're working with big hairbrush people.
Big hairbrush.
Yeah, and that's what they do. So you buy more of their product.
How about this? Do you use a disposable razor?
Yes, I do.
How often should that be replaced?
Oh, I do that. I do it. I know.
Does your wife use it on her legs?
Well, no, we've got separate ones in the shower. So I use. I'm going to say I probably use it about 15 times, but then it blunts and it starts scraping your face.
Well, it should be replaced 5 to 7 shaves.
I'm getting a lot of shaves out of mine then.
Well, it doesn't mean that that's good. It's like saying, hey, I've had mine for 12 years. Mine's better. Just means you shouldn't. A kitchen sponge.
Yeah.
Your son.
Yeah. Good old spongy. Kitchen sponge, I reckon when it gets really manky. So I've got old spongy that's been in there for a long time.
Well, give me a time.
Well, I got 2 kitchens.
Okay, it sounds like.
So,
I've got 2 kitchens.
No, it's not my fault. Don't hate on me.
Talking about it makes me hate you.
But there's 2 kitchens, so the one that doesn't get the most use.
Oh, God, just say it. A kitchen sponge. How long should you keep
6 months.
It for? 1 to 2 weeks.
1 to 2 weeks. No.
And yours has been on a stick in the bathroom. Pillows should be replaced how often?
I've still got my Spiderleys pillow from when they first went into business, so I've had that for 10 years.
12 months you should replace your pillow. It's got all your head mank in it. Let's see what else we've got.
Yeah.
Socks and undies.
Oh, socks and undies. I'm wearing school socks that I had in high school, and I left high school in 1984.
What about undies?
Undies, I I've got undies.
The noise you make when you're wearing them?
I've got undies that I've been wearing as long as we've been doing this show.
20 years undies?
I've got 20-year undies.
You should replace them every 6 to 12 months.
Oh, who's replacing their undies?
Well, maybe everyone but you, maybe.
Yeah.
Don't show your shortcomings.
I know that I know that you replace your undies regularly because you have a lot of accidents, but not me.
And finally, a shower curtain or a shower curtain liner.
What's a shower curtain liner?
We'll just say it's a shower curtain. How often should you replace a flappy shower curtain, like a plasticky thing?
It's been a long time since I've had a place with a shower curtain.
But you've got 5 bathrooms, so does one of them have a curtain?
No.
Okay. You didn't even dispute.
No. Not on the bones of my ass.
Come on, say it. Guess.
Well, okay. When we had a house in Brisbane, we had a shower curtain, and I remember buying it from Bunnings at the time, and we lived in that house for 2 years, and I never changed it.
So it's 6 months, they say here.
So I had it for 2 years, and for all I know, it could be still there.
How many years ago was that?
That was we moved out of Brisbane in 1998.
Oh. Well,
and I know the house went under underwater in the floods. So
that would have given it a rinse.
A bit of Brisbane River water fixes all ails.
Rinse your sponge on a stick in there and go again. Explains the colour of the Brisbane River.